in the botanical garden. I wish it would go away. But I have so much feeling, and now the ocean is shattered. And now the ocean is shattered. And now the ocean is shattered. Between so many pieces of art, and so many pieces of everybody, and so many pieces of every single thing that I've seen, and I've wondered, and I've wondered, and I've wondered, and I 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 wondered. I guess I saw the picture clearly, and you are exactly what you became. Why did I? Why aren't you there? Why aren't you there every moment, every second? Why aren't you there every moment, every second? Why do I always have to hear something that you said that my feelings were over-dedicated towards? Because I felt it when you said that. And I understood it when you said finally. All we talked about, Marcello, was life and Charlie Sheen. That's all we talked about. You can't get feelings from that, Marcello. You can't get feelings from that. Then why can you? Then why can you? Why can you get feelings from that? Why can all these words that come out of me not continue, but yours can? When I met your boyfriend in my dreams, I never really thought of it, because I never really met him in person. But when I met him in my dreams, I felt like everything was misrepresented. Like seafood at the bottom of the ocean, before it's dead. When all the bristles of the earth are so clear in context with the layers of water and dirt and mud. But it didn't feel that way with you. Because it felt like I had to be the stronger one. Clearly. And so the mess up was that the blossom on top of my head that never really created anything somehow meant more to you. It somehow meant more than the anonymous groups occupying every city and state. I guess I just never really felt like garlic was the best ingredient to put into any meal. It's just a joke sometimes. It's just a joke sometimes. It's just a joke sometimes. The way you felt, it felt like those times when I was watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The first time through I was watching it. It felt like that. Because at that point in my life I was pretty clear-headed. Because all I did was research. Research so much music it became the death sword. I don't feel like I'm dying. But I feel like you want me to feel like I'm dying. I feel like that your emotions that you've now had somehow has to kill me. But you told me already. All we talked about was that. So how could it mean more? How could it mean more if it never meant more to me? If you said it never meant more to me? Somehow, someone's lying. I'm not open enough to stave towards another person just because they're different, or unique, or whatever. You stick so many uniques on top of somebody. You stick so many times. If I didn't have a boyfriend, I would. How many times can you stick that on top of somebody? How many times can you stick that on top of somebody? All of you are devils and angels. But I'm both too. I'm like a halo with blood on it. Because I can see the order of things. It's not chairs. It's not books. It's a mallet killing ants. It's tying ropes around everything in your apartment. And then tying one little part of it to your mom while she's sleeping on the couch. Then when she moves, everything falls down. And then she says, well, untie all these, I can't get through. It's just so easy. And so the doctor tried to give me a prescription for medicine. Never really got it. Never really cared for it. Never really wanted it. Didn't get it. Took it, but misrepresented the topic by saying, I'm not going to take it anymore. I don't want it. Don't need it. I felt like having the seizure. Again. It just never really got anywhere else with you. Or with anybody. It didn't need to. And so the problem is that well, are you trying to leave me alone, or are you trying to tell me I'm something? You know? It's just, you know, it's just so easy to attack me when you're single. Well, yeah, because that's the easiest thing to do. You call yourself an uncle, but you really are a madam. You call yourself a leader, but you're really nothing. And you call yourself strong when you are strong, but you never really use it. You take all of it and you try to say that I'll eat peanut butter and jelly instead. I won't try to make a meal. I'll just eat peanut butter and jelly. And I don't call anybody out by names. I miss so much when people take things literally and try to base it into their lives. And then they'll take some idea I've constructed and say that they're doing it, and that I tried to tell them that's exactly what those people are to them. Which is not the case. I'm saying this from my perspective, and from my synopsis of everything that I've seen personally. Not through their lives, but through every life. Through every single idolatry. And your circle of friends, they'll end soon. Just like I feel it. Because I feel it in the pit of my stomach. Because I know when somebody's going to stop me. And the funniest thing is, when you try to stop me, you just start doing it. So then I wonder, did you really want to stop me from having these feelings? Because now you brought them back. Like a kid flying a kite. At midnight, in the total darkness. And being able to see it as the wind, you know, caresses the snow of the land at Big Bear. Or caresses the pregnant area of the forest behind your apartment, where it's only a park, but it looks like so much of a forest. You can only wonder why all those bums try to sit those parks. They at least have a home. Your home's in your mind. Your home's in your character. Your home's in your financial stability that you're going to find. My home is directly above you. Is you calling me unique so much? How many more uniques can you put on top of me? How many more, if I didn't have a boyfriend, I would, you can put on top of me? A magician couldn't have so much. A magician couldn't have so many spells. But they could. All of them could have it forever. All of them could have it forever. All of them could have it forever. I'm past that age. I saw it 20 years ago when I laid out my thought on how I think about things. And that's just me. And the problem is that people don't see it as just me. Because so many other people have come out in the last 20 years about their views in life. So most people think it's key to say, well, you got your views from somebody else. You got your beliefs from somebody else. It couldn't be your own. You had to have gotten influenced by something else besides yourself. Yeah, I got influenced by something else besides myself. By not wanting to represent with bullies in the world. Who just put you down. Who just, treat you like cartilage. Or treat you with bookends, as I always say it. The easiest thing to do. Treat me like a bookend. Consider it your favorite subject when you call out things guilty or innocent. Using bookends. Take away the bookends, we can have a conversation. Take away the bookends, we can have a conversation. And not stand on the stage. And not open the door that leads to the stage and turn off the lights. I walked away from that stage a long time ago because I didn't need it. And that's why I'm here right now. You know, if I wanted the stage, if I wanted to be something different, I could have done that 20 years ago too. But I didn't want to. I don't want that. If I wanted that, and it's not about, oh, well, this person can be better, they just don't want to sell out. It's not about selling out. At this point, there's nothing to gain from that perspective. If I want to actually grow in life, that's not the way I could go. I've done that 20 times over already, and I failed every time. There's something to say about all those success stories on TV. The 20-year-old billionaires, the internet billionaires, the 9-year-old painter who was able to buy his family a new house. Those are the success stories, correct? All of you have seen it 20 times over. I'd rather be Ewok from Endor. I'd rather be a Skeksis from the Dark Crystal. I'd rather be the monster in the closet. And there you go. So your understanding is so simple. You've taken every single dividing rod and you've said, you have to divide like this only when I tell you. And I directly attack. Not violently. Not with hate. Turn on the light in the daytime. That's all I do. You don't want it that way. So then, tell me what you want. Tell me how you want it. Do you want it because you have something to gain from it? Or do you want it because you never really had something to gain from it in the first place? Or maybe it's just because you feel trapped. That I will give you. That's the only one I could give you that would actually make any responsible sense. Do you feel trapped with what you have? And I'm not talking about in the literal aspect of things. You have to have felt trapped for years to say that you feel trapped. So let's say you're involved with somebody a couple years, but you feel trapped. Not trapped in the sense of nothing's moving forward. Not trapped in the sense of we're not progressing. But if you feel trapped in the sense of their character is hindering your character, when does the gun lead to getting you out of there? Does it? Does it lead you to get out of there? Or does it lead you to fix the puzzle so well until it's done, even if some of them won't fit well? I'm not saying that opposites don't attract. What I'm saying is, if a hindrance of your character comes within the march of what you're doing, then you never really had a character to begin with. And you're so confused, and in a fog and in a cloud, there's nothing else to push you forward. And it's not coming from this person. It's not coming from that person. It's not coming from yourself. Because being open towards anybody, it can be a problem if you are happy with what you have. If you are happy with what you got. So the measured character can only bring you closer. I just thought it would be easy for you to take the answer that I gave you and say, seriously, he's right. But instead you fed me the answer. And I thought about it, ruminated, like Anakin Skywalker in prison. But it never really got you back to what you wanted. It only got you together with what you had. So then what would you begin with if you already were sad about all these other things that didn't happen? Was that the result? Was that what you wanted? Did you want something to detestfully gain? Or was there something else back there? Was there something else back there that you never really got? Not sex. Not inhibitions. Heck, not even mental work with your partner. Was it that you never saw what your love was between you two? Even behind all the other couples that you've seen. Did you ever really consider that air that you breathe is not the same air that your partner breathes? Whatever. You just have to consider it, that I'm not bringing knives to my party. That I'm not bringing knives to decide who you're going to be with. If you considered anything I gave you, consider it this. If I'm so angry, why would I want to be around a person who made me angry? So, open your door faster if you need to. But find out who's solving your puzzle. Or else you're not going to have one by the end of the day. Take care.